Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Brad Check video. And today, I'm trying to be real when I shoot these videos. And today, I think you've seen some of the videos the past couple days. Be somewhat real. And I think that hopefully it comes across more in my videos that people will not tend to think that there's a scratch on my phone. Like, what the world? I think it's on the thing, whatever. I don't think it's actually my phone. Anyways. So I'm trying to be more real on here, and I want to start talking about topics that are going to be stuff that I truly believe in, and I truly do think the way that I think, and I want to kind of open up more and to tell you guys how I am, what I think about on a constant basis. And I did watch a movie, which I'm going to do that movie review here in a second, but I wanted to shoot this video first and have it be kind of a one that's going to go up probably today. I don't know when this is going to go up. It could go up anytime. I just have some few videos recorded that will probably go up different days. And it's kind of good to have the videos set up to where now I'm getting back to being on a daily basis, which is pretty good. I'm not even back to work yet, and I'm pretty much on a daily basis now. So that's good. I got a routine down that's pretty much working. So let's talk about religion. And I know this is something people don't want to talk about, and I know that people get a touchy kind of way, but I kind of just want to talk about seeing religion in places where you don't want to see them, but it kind of forces you to kind of look at yourself and go, maybe I made some wrong choices along the way. And the reason why I'm saying this is that I watched a movie called Into the Wild, and I'm going to be doing that review, so definitely check out for the actual review of that movie. But it's a very, very emotional movie. That's all I will say about that for now. And sometimes when emotional movies get me, I get deep. And, I'm a very, very sentimental guy. And I come to tears very, very much, a lot. And, my wife thinks it's weird. And, there is guys out there that's very, very, what'd you call that? Sappy, I guess. And I'm one of those guys, that sit down and watch a movie. And sometimes it might not be, the most sad movie in the world, but sometimes something will just touch me about that movie that kind of makes me kind of think to something or remind me of something that, makes me cry. And, this movie, it wasn't really them talking about God, but it always makes me think, because shortly after something happened in the movie, there was basically talk about God before that, before he said what he said, that made me kind of just lose it. Like, I lost it during this movie. This movie was so horrible. Like, near the end, it was just like, make you cry, stop, make you cry, stop, make you cry. It was like, oh my God, please stop. Like, and a couple times, like, I know that those were the moments that they were going to try and make you cry. But besides from that, it was just a very emotional thing. And when I get emotional, what makes me get emotional, I think, is when it hits a nerve and makes you think, like, did I do the right thing? Have I not been following God for the stupidest of reasons? And, I continue to think about that, like, every day, especially when I see a movie like this today, and it makes me think about my family, and now my new family, the fourth boy. It makes me think, did I do the right thing? Am I not taking them down the right path they should be going? And, the more I think about it, it makes me wonder. That's all I'm going to say. And, it's just the way I always felt about religion, and that's why it kind of got me into talking about religion. And, other people may have the same kind of notions about religion and things like that, is, I don't find myself as a Satanist or anything like that. I don't worship Satan or anything like that. I don't really technically think I'm an atheist either. I consider myself Christian, but, I'm not the Christian in the kind of way that people might think. I don't go to church. I'm more of a person that, I believe in God, but I don't really want to read anything about it or, see anything about it. I don't want to, be told anything about the Bible or anything like that. I know it happens. I know it exists. I know, I believe in, there is a God, and, I've said like 4,000 times in the video, I think. And it's just kind of hard to wrap my head around everything bad happening too. And yet we're supposed to pour out money to these people that want to have these institutions where you go in and just sit and listen to ramblings of a person who wrote about a person that was so great. Was that wrong? Did that sound like completely horrible? But that's what it sounds like to me. And I believe that there probably was something higher, a higher power. I believe there is a higher power. Did Jesus come down and do anything? Was there a Jesus, I do believe that. There could have been a person like that. Or could it just been somebody who, I don't know. Like, it's hard to believe somebody like Jesus, about Jesus, and then everything bad happening in the world today. Because if there really was a Jesus that came down, why wouldn't God send somebody else right now to help with all the things that are going on in the world? Even to make peace between certain things that could end up happening. We may have a nuclear war in less than 10 years. We don't know this. Things could happen. And can we teach dumbasses not to drive around people that are in parking lots? I don't understand this. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. It seems still want to be the center of a racetrack. You can't get away from dumb people. Anyways, good God. I can't even shoot a video without people being idiots around me in this town. I hate Greensburg. I so hate Greensburg. Anyways, that's another thing. People. It all comes back to people acting the way they do. And for people to go into church and say, oh yes, praise Jesus, and everything like that, and then to have the gumption to not give a shit about anybody else in the world when you're at a store, to just be rude, and it's okay. It's okay to judge people. But it's not okay for somebody not to want to go to church. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. People want to judge people because of that, and I just think it's stupid. And I think, there are people that, don't go to church that will, read the Bible at home and things like that. And I think I'm more of that person. I kind of think that I might start reading the Bible more just so, I can answer questions, if, whatever. And my son don't go to church or anything like that. He's went a few times, but for the wrong reasons, like I don't even know what she is to me. Some part of my wife's family, some part of my wife's family did the children's one, and she would give things away. Like, literally every weekend they would go and bring home some crappy toys from the church, and that's pretty much I think the only reason why he went, so that he would get things that he can bring home. Yeah. So, not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of that. If somebody's gonna go to church, that seems kind of stupid to me. Like, the only reason why he's going is to do that, and I told my wife the same exact thing. And she's like, oh, no, that's not the only reason he goes. That's pretty much the only reason why he went, I think. Because now they kind of stopped doing that, and now he doesn't want to go anymore. So, there you go. And I think they continue to do it, to be honest. I don't think they actually stopped. He just didn't want to go anymore because it got boring after a while. What are you guys doing? I can't even shoot the video because people make me angry so much just doing that shit. Why? What are you doing? Oh my God. Idiots. Anyways. Yeah, life is great. But thinking about, the religion and things like that, it gets me thinking. And when I get emotional, I tend to do that. And there'll be times when, I'll be late up at night and whatever. Put those words together. You know what I was trying to say. And I'll get watching things, and I'll get, especially watching during the day, if my wife happened to be away, I got watching this one guy, and I know he still does stuff on TV. He does some kind of revival thing, and I got watching him one day, and he was a great speaker. I was thinking about some of these preachers on TV, they're really good speakers. If you listen to them, you're like, yeah, I could see myself going and seeing this guy, because he's a pretty good talker. But then he gets to the part about donating and sending money to this and that, and, bringing God into your life and things like that. And then I'm like, you had me until then. And even then I thought, once again, questioning myself, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing right by my family? Should I take them to church? Should I, and put this into their, life? And in the back of my head, I always have to ask myself, the perception of Jesus, the perception of God is that he doesn't want us to, listen to bad music, metal, And, things like Marilyn Manson, things like Korn, things like Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, bands like that, God doesn't want us to listen to that. God doesn't want us to listen to DMX and, ZZ Top and things like that. He doesn't want us to listen to that kind of stuff with music with curse words. But my whole response to that is, it's only words. It's words. If you want to believe the words as a different Bible, that's your dumbness that you want to do. I listen to music as music. The words are a secondary thing to me. They could be saying rats fart, rats fart, rats fart constantly throughout the whole entire song. I'd be fine with that. If the music was good, I'd be into it. I would like that song. But then you get to the part to where, some people, that actually are good lyricists, they do put some good lyrics together. But when those bands that people like crap on, like, Manson and Ozzy and things like that, some of their songs are pretty good, but they don't look at those songs. They look at the bad songs that they put out there, just to get attention. And I understand some of the songs that musicians do sometimes, they are trying to get attention. They're trying to be a shock factor. They're trying to get people's attention and just say bad things, and people will look at them and go, oh my God, they're so terrible. But that's the whole point of that kind of music. Now, should Christians listen to that kind of music? I don't know. That's a whole other discussion. But when I start to think about that, they're only words. And as long as somebody's like not sacrificing a cow or sacrificing a human being, they're only words. And if you want to bash somebody for saying certain words, I don't know. I mean, if you look back in the Bible, is there anything that has been said about people saying a bad word and people shunning them for doing that? The whole entire parking lot, and you park next to me. I don't. I'm at the back. I'm literally at the back of the parking lot. Like, what is going on? People are stupid. I hate people. But anyways, that's what makes me hard to talk about religion too. It's because I don't like people. I really don't like people. So why would I go to a church with like a bunch of people that I'm not gonna like? Anyways, let's run this down. So yeah, I don't like people. So religion, kind of not my cup of tea. I think that it's there for people that need it. And when I think that my life is in shambles and things are happening to me that I want them to get better, it's more of a spiritual thing. And I think overall that's what religion is. It's a spiritual thing. You want somebody to be there to listen to you when no one's around. You want somebody to be there when, everything's going wrong. You want someone to help you that is not there. You want a higher being that supposedly has been told to you will help you in your time of need. Does it happen when you ask for it? Sometimes. Sometimes things happen when you ask for things like that. But my thing about it is that I'm not here to live moment to moment to moment to horrible thing happening to me and then ask for forgiveness and then something good happened to me. Why can't things always happen to me that's pretty good, Why do I have to wait until something bad happens, or I'm put in a struggle where, maybe I can't pay a bill or something like that because something happened at work, I hurt myself, or, I'm having a bad situation at work, people are stressing me out. Why do I have to wait for something like that to happen in order for someone to step in and help me in my life? That's the only thing I want to ask myself, and ask people who want to say that, well, if you ask for forgiveness, he'll help you. Really? Well, why doesn't he help me when I'm not that way? I don't know. And I mean, there's people that probably will hate this video, and when they see it, they will probably leave so many comments down below about, oh, well, you just got to believe. That's the way religion works. I know. That's why I stay away from it. So with that being said, I don't want to make this video super long because I still got to do the Into the Wild video. So I don't really have much to say about religion. That's kind of my stinker about religion, is that I grew up in it. I understand it. I think I've understand it well enough for a long time now. And I just told you in a nutshell what I do. It kind of sucks. I wish it didn't have to be that way. But it seems like every single time I get in a pickle, I have to ask God for forgiveness. And, you know, I really would like to go back to church, but there's not a church that I would like. There's not a church out there that would be the kind of church I like. Because everything is surrounded by money. And if you don't have money, churches really don't want you involved. And that's not really something that they'll say, but it's the truth. Go ask a church. Do you want Jim and Bob to not be here? One, because they're gay. Jim and Mary. What about Jim and Mary? Jim and Mary, you want them to be there. They don't make any money. Hardly at all. Lower class citizens. One of them works at McDonald's. The other one's, you know, a housewife. They're barely making ends meet. Do you want them to be in a church? Probably not. Because they're not going to donate anything. They're not going to give a weekly donation. They don't have the money for it. Probably don't want them. They probably don't want them. And will they say that? No, they won't say that. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they went to the church and they said that oh yeah, you can come, nobody would talk to them. They wouldn't be invited to events in the church because every event in the church would cost money. Well, yeah, you have to spend $150 to go on this church trip. Oh, that's awesome. We all have that. Anyways, that's what I'm kind of talking about. Things that it all surrounds and all comes back to money. And that's why religion is such a stinker. Because everything comes back down to one thing, and that's money and people not being friendly. There you go, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of a downer. But hey, I want to talk about things I want to talk about. And I'm not getting a lot of views, so let's do it. Keep rocking and keep on, I guess, believing, but I don't know.